When we came outside, I was like, it feels like I was just in a massive dream.
So Jewel Tapioca Black Herb.
How many things is this guy buying? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it looks so yummy.
That looks so good.
Good salad.
Good salad, oh, nami.
何はいわかります。Good salad.
Negi tama udon.
はい、何ですか？
Nami.
はい、かしこまりました。はい、ありがとうございます。
Good morning. You have seen that we just ate at Yoshinoya and then we went to get some bread at the bakery as well. We got some curry pan, which I'm really excited to eat because that's like the #1 item. We're heading to exhibition now to go to TeamLab Borderless, which some people may have heard of. It's probably one of the more popular ones here and it's on all year round. But that's all the way in Odaiba, which is kind of far, 45-minute journey. So we are heading to Yoshinoya Station now. They don't really drive cars down here, do they? They probably do actually. For some reason we have to walk through here to get to our building. But it's pretty cool. There's loads of people walking around just like looking quite important.
Just in case we want to go to the exhibition but want to pick up a car on the way.
No, just in case we don't want to go to the exhibition at all and just like stay and admire Toyota cars. Interesting. There's like a event, it's basically an event space. Like a little track to test cars maybe. Cool. This queue is bad and crazy. Not as bad as Anime Japan, but we have snaked like way past the building. This is so long!
I understand.
画面の明るさを最大にキャッシュいたします。ちょっとお願いします。失礼します。
This is a big room. find like a mirror corner.
Lantern, do you mean?
The most famous shop. So we were saying it's really weird because when you see up close, loads of people are using this is a one-way mirror, and you can see loads of people using it as like a mirror to do a mirror selfie. But because we're all just standing here like waiting and looking at them, it feels like an exhibit on like human behavior, selfie taking. It's like here you see a human in their natural habitat taking photos.
And some amounts of slavery for the boyfriends.
You see the boyfriends taking photos, but not any photos of themselves. It's so strange.
Very funny if this wasn't a one-way mirror like I thought, and it was just a glass. Just gonna bump them all. I guess you have to bump these ones.
You can walk a path. Guys, we have completed the exhibition finally. That was a long time in there. We have our curry pans from this morning, and we are literally just outside of the exhibition center. You see that long queue of people? Like, I mean, it goes from here, I don't even know if the camera's panning, but all the way down, and then it snakes around the corner. Like, it's actually such an insane queue. They said that it gets quieter after 2 o'clock. It's now 10 to 3, and the queue doesn't look any less than when we came. When we came outside, I was like, it feels like I was just in a massive dream. Like, everything's just projections and images and things floating around. That when I came outside, I was like, is it really still daytime? Is it like, what? Back to my normal day? But what did you think about it?
It was good, but it's a lot of like photo taking for the guys. So suggest we just come on our own, guys.
You're like, please, SOS. Someone.
Leave the girlfriends at home.
What? No. Well, thanks to the girlfriends, we get really nice photos. Ted has really nice photos of himself actually, because it was a two-way street. I also took photos of him, and yeah, the lantern room was the biggest chore because it was just the most popular room. But we got some nice photos, and it was only a minute of that to withstand. So yeah, it was a really nice exhibition. Like 100% recommend you go. TeamLab has 2 in Tokyo. There's Planets and there's Borderless. This one is Borderless, and this is the most well-known, popular one. The queues are pretty long. We waited like about an hour, not an hour, 45 minutes before we got in. But I really recommend it. I think it's just well worth it. £20 a ticket. And it's just not like any exhibition I've been to before. It's just really immersive. Everything they say is true. Like, all the art just filters into each room, and it's just not the same experience. Even if you keep jumping back into the same room, it just changes every time. I think that's quite magical. It's a really cool exhibition. Highly recommend. But now we're just gonna go back to our normal scheduled day, probably go Akihabara and I don't know, Ikebukuro. I'm gonna eat this curry pan because Ted's finished now. See you in a bit. Ted just went into Wendy's and bought himself, what is it?
It's a Jewel Tapioca Black Herb.
Peru. Well, I didn't think that Wendy's did bubble tea, but apparently they do. This trip is our first time having bubble tea from Japan. Like, we'd never really do it, and I didn't think they drank it that much, but nowadays, like, now that you notice, everybody does. So we've been trying out like a few. I didn't think we'd try out Wendy's, but the Wendy's one is quite nice. It's like black sugar, so the tapioca is really good.
Nicer than the one we had at Harajuku.
Yeah, it's actually one of the better ones. It's actually quite nice, but who knew Wendy's? Who knew? Hi, so we are back into Yoshinoya Station because we are next stop Suga Shrine, and we stopped off at Korot, which do like folded crepes, and we used to get them a lot when we were walking back from Shinjuku Station to our old Airbnb. So we are in Lawson, right by our hotel, but we haven't been into a Lawson yet. We've been going to Family Mart mostly. There aren't that many Lawsons in Tokyo in comparison to like Family Mart. We haven't gone to 7-Eleven yet actually either. I'm just picking myself a milk tea. I can't tell if I want a hot one, which is over by another radiatory, what should you call it, heated section, or whether I want a cold one. I feel like hot would just be more warming. Milk tea, I like royal milk tea because it's really tasty. Maybe this one? There's some good choices here though. This is kind of interesting. If this was hot, that'd be tasty. Loads of green tea options. Ted was pointing out this sakura milk tea. Maybe we should buy it. This one has a couple more milk options that we haven't seen. Like loads of yogurt drinks and then onto the lattes. Do you want this? What?
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted
Okay, calm down. We'll see if it's nice. We've also got a sakura crepe. So going in the sakura stuff before it's all run out. What's this? You want some bread?
I don't know. It looks good.
You like anything with a cheesy middle, basically.
I don't get this.
I don't even know what this is. It's some kind of hamburger with katsu, like a minced katsu. And I was like, minced katsu? And he was like, okay, cool. Minced katsu. Okay. How many things is this guy buying? Oh, okay. You don't want black coffee.
No.
This is
okay,
the
yeah,
hot
probably.
fridge that I was talking about. Maybe so they have a royal milk tea here as well. I think I'll buy this actually. Warm is going to be better. Okay, I'm going to put this back in the fridge. I love a convenience store. I love shopping here. So much cheese. Desserts. They have hot food as well. We've gotten these chickens before. Maybe we'll get it again. So we have come back to the hotel. The route to Suga Shrine actually passes the hotel, so then we're like, okay, first I want a milk tea, then we got to eat our crepes, and then we went into Lawson, and then Ted picked up a little burger. So now we're just like munching back in the hotel room, and I just want to try this and let you know if it's nice or not. Like, I feel like sakura themed things are kind of like a gimmick, so I'm kind of ready for that to happen. And this is it's got some like green stuff in the middle. I don't know what it is. Okay, it tastes pretty normal so far. I don't see any green. It's like a mochi. It's like dango, and then that thing is, there's a pink bit which kind of tastes like some kind of bean. This is nice actually. I was like ready to be disappointed, but it was really tasty. I like that. if I want to eat it or not let Ted have any. But I've got my warm tea as well, which is so good to drink. And I just was gulping that down, so yummy. But yeah, oh no, that's kind of made me hungry. I'm ready to eat. Yeah, we're gonna head out, go to the shrine, and then dinner time.